Alrighty then, folks. Time to kick off some more ESO today. Hope everybody's doing alright. We're actually doing some ESO today here instead of the usual fare of me having issues getting streaming at noon and 8 o'clock of Final Fantasy VII first remake. But yeah, we're going to be doing ESO today because, yep, of course we've got a nice little minor refresh here. On the visuals. Let's wait for this hopefully get loaded up. But Gold Road, it's gonna be dropping in about a week and a day, so if you haven't gotten the stuff there, get it. Oh, Event Explorer Celebration. Gain rewards by exploring Tamriel. Earn double XP, find double gold, and increased yield harvest sources. So everybody roll up, folks. Time to break out the, we'll be doing a breakout of the, surveys here later on, because I gotta grab some freaking resources. But yeah, in case anybody's wondering and has actually paid attention to my socials, yeah, I'm actually doing fine. I do miss Harry's a lot, by the way. He's way too much of a cuddle bug, and boy, that for a little 5-pound dog, he basically likes to suck the weight of 1,000 suns to keep you from doing what you people say you want to do, and for good reason. That's what I like about him. And I do miss him.
Friend, Lady Arabelle is waiting for you upstairs.
I know. Kinda hard to miss. Go. Fish. Let's see. Small game. Lemon. Alright, let's get back to where we were. We were last doing this here on Sunday. We had figured out a couple of things, namely that the Ascendant Order, being behind all this shit here, capsized the ships carrying the Alliance leaders. To wit, Queen Iran of the Aldmeri Dominion, High King Emmerich of the Daggerfall Covenant, and Prince Ernskar, son of Yorn Skull King of the Ebonheart Pact. High King of the Ebonheart Pact, and, well, our alliance base. But in the end, here's basically where we are at. We had actually gotten the captain saved, and at least one of the first officers, namely Bosun Isleen. Right now, the next one, we're hopefully going to find somebody else. So Zaji here, Captain carrying Queen Iran, will be a little less smoky here. See, he's getting his cups. Mages Guild representative, the Fighters Guild representative with Evil. So, yeah, fun. And let's go ahead and Suzo here was the captain of the Kamal's Bane. And then you have downstairs you got Captain Colleen of the transported the Covenant rep. Anyways. Enough rambling, let's talk to Lady Arabelle here. Oh yeah, this is Jakar. He's a fuckboy. And a man whore. He's also in Lady Arabelle's employ, so yeah.
I hoped that by investigating the Ascendant Order, we'd uncover a clue as to how to find the missing Alliance leaders. Now we have it on good authority that they may be on Amanos. From the cook pot to the campfire, as my great-aunt Ailes used to say.
I bet. Cook pot to the campfire.
It's just a saying, dear. As you're still on retainer, I'd like you to spearhead our rescue efforts. Jakan will go with you to the island, then you'll split up to search for the royals. It's risky, but there's a lot of ground to cover.
Oh, I don't blame you here. So how do we get to the island?
Aboard a prison ship. They sail for Amanos regularly from the Dufort docks. We'll be contracting the services of a Captain Basrush. She's a dear friend. Jakan and I will meet you there after I finish briefing Captain Colleen and the others.
Alright, I'll meet you at the Dufort docks.
While you head to the Dufort docks, I'll discuss our plan with the Alliance captains. We'll need them for this to succeed. Captain Basrush will get you to the island safely. I know for a fact she can't refuse a purse full of gold.
Once we locate the Alliance leaders, how do me and Jakarn get off the prison island?
Captains Colleen, Suzo, and Zaji have been procuring ships just for that purpose. The waters around Amanos are treacherous, but I have faith in their skills. I wish I could send more agents to help you, but I prefer to keep a low profile.
Oh, I don't blame you here. Our home game players in the audience may want to know why is that.
For the same reason you're traveling by prison ship, so as not to alarm House Menard.
Hmm.
We still don't know the extent of their involvement, or if they're making their own play against Emmerich and the others.
Yeah.
Anything else, dear, or can we get moving?
Anything else I should know about Amanos?
The entire archipelago sits atop the bones of an ancient volcano. Sheer cliffs, jagged reefs, and dangerous currents make Amanos a perfect site for a prison. The only safe landing on the isle is the dock at Amanos Station.
So Amanos Station's a town?
I suppose you can call it that. It serves the nearby prison stockade, though the worst offenders are banished to the jungle. The Empire used to send prisoners to Amanos, and it still is a dumping ground for people the authorities want to disappear.
And they have free ride of the jungle?
They do something to the prisoners. They call it processing. Once that occurs, they can only survive in the Amanos jungle. They go anywhere else, they die. At least that's what they tell them. So yes, the jungle belongs to the prison gangs.
Anything you know about the processing process?
It's a closely guarded secret, I'm afraid. When prisoners are selected for banishment, they undergo some sort of magical or alchemical treatment. After that, they can only survive in the jungle. Is it true? Does it matter? The prisoners believe it.
And how does House Mornard fit into this?
House Menard runs the prison stockade for the Daggerfall Crown. They profit off the prisoner exchanges, the mines in the jungle, other prisoner labor. And they maintain Amino Station, the only true civilization on the entire island.
Tell me more about Captain Bazrush and his ship.
Oh, Bazrush is delightful. You'll get along with her smashingly. We met when she was a smuggler operating along the Sentinel Coast. Now she runs under a charter from House Menard, ferrying prisoners and supplies to Amino Station.
Has it always been a prison?
Goodness, no. It served as a haven for pirates and smugglers once, before the Empire decided it was a perfect place to dump its undesirables. Political prisoners, prisoners of war, rival nobles. Emmerich continues the practice to the current day.
Wait, what? The prison island? Shouldn't I get a say in this?
Oh, I know you can't stand to be left out of the action. Think of the stories you can tell of your daring escape.
Well, that's true. I guess I'm easy to read.
Like a book, dear.
Oh, poor Jakar.
If I were the Alliance leaders, I'd take my chances with the Sharks. Anything to avoid Amanos.
Isleen will be fine, thanks to you. The Menders are seeing to her now.
Lady Arabelle wants us to be ready. We're going to Amanos to rescue Queen Irene. And Casca too, Zaji hopes.
Well, if she's on Amnos, we'll find her.
Anything else is too painful to contemplate.
It'll be fine. Sorry, Zaji. And now, let's head over to Amanos. Today we go to prison. Whoa. There we go. Fort Shipyards. Check. So, we move and march on. March on and move. All that shit. Excuse me for a bit. Let's see. Uh-huh. Let's see. There we go. This one, sadly, I think is slightly bugged.
Find any of the volumes on your list at my last port.
No time for books today, my darling. My friend has a favor to ask, so play nicely.
Good health to you, Wayfarer. I'm the captain of the Shackled Guar. Now tell me, what grand adventure has Lady Arabelle drafted you into, and what does it have to do with me? Talk fast, Mainlander. I sail for Amanos on the tide.
Good, because Lady Arabelle wants us to go with you. We need to get to Amanos without being noticed.
Oh? And I suppose she's offering her usual pouch of gold and the promise of an evening's company at her manor? She does know the way to this sailor's heart.
Yeah. So you'll get us to Amanos?
If that's your port of call, who am I to argue? Just know the dangers before you step aboard my ship. If
All
I
right.
place you in the stockade, you'll never leave Amanos alive. If you head into the jungle, beware the beasts and the gangs of banished.
Gangs of banished, you say?
The gangs of prisoners who band together to survive in the jungle. They're all bad, but the green serpents are the worst. Here, for you and the pretty boy. Disguises. Put them on and try to look appropriately forlorn as you go aboard my ship.
Will do. Our home game players want to know about why we need the disguises, though.
You need disguises because you want to travel aboard a prison ship.
How do you know Lady Arabelle?
She picks up strays wherever she goes, helps with her work, and she enjoys the company. The first time we met, she was supposed to arrest me for smuggling. Instead, she turned me into an operative and we broke a much larger ring.
How did she convince you to do that?
Oh, the lady has her ways. And I could never say no to a pouch full of gold and a pretty face. Say, your face is pretty. Maybe if you survive and make it off Amanos, you can call on me. Just...
Alright, we'll think about it.
The Shackled Guar is just down the pier. Move, you dirty prisoners.
You get them there, you old sea dog, and I'll get them out.
I'll do my job, Arabelle. And remember, I like pomegranate wine with my salted mutton.
All the prisoners are aboard, Captain.
2 more latecomers, Juris.
These prisoners aren't on my list.
Then add them. I'll tell you about it later.
As you say, Captain. Get aboard, you scum!
To the travels! May they be safe.
Inside, prisoner. Move!
Over here. Like my new outfit? What better way to search Amanos Station than disguised as a jailer, huh? I'll see what I can learn about our missing royals here in the stockade and around town.
Alright.
Head to the jungle. From what I already heard, you need to hurry.
What's your hurry here?
Before I engaged in 2 of my 3 favorite activities, eavesdropping and thievery, I heard the jailers talking about a bounty placed by the Green Serpent's prison gang. They're offering a reward for 3 nobles that washed ashore in the jungle.
Think it's related to the 3 alliance leaders?
What else could it be? Do you know of any other noble-born people who were lost at sea in the area?
How do we get out the island once we find
The
them?
leaders. If you can't do that, find the serpents.
Any other words of advice?
In the scary jungle kill you.
Any useful words of advice?
And here I thought we were friends. But let me think. Oh, there's a coin fort on the far side of the island. Steer clear of that unless you run out of other options.
You think they're connected to the order?
The order here on Amanos.
All right,
I'll
find
start
in.
digging around out here. After you
Good luck.
secure the royals, find a clear beach and fire that flare.
You think the serpents were telling the truth? Freedom? If we find the lost nobles?
You know the Kaishit he's saying. If it sounds too good, it probably is.
How did you... I don't care what you say. I'm heading into the jungle.
Don't be stupid, Rasa. You're safer here in the stockade.
I am a good hunter. Freedom or death?
Look at here. New meat.
What are you and the Kishi talking about?
You've got big ears, new meat. But if you must know, word around this stockade is that the green serpents are offering a way off this rock.
Sounds like you don't believe it.
Give it away. The fact
Through this gate lies the jungle of Amanos. Your home for the rest of your miserable lives.
Please, I'm innocent, I tell you. Don't send me into the jungle.
Too late for that. You've all been processed. If we don't banish you into the jungle, you'll die.
Right. Certain death out here. At least a slight chance to survive in the jungle. That's the fate of the banished. This one knows she can never leave the jungle. But sometimes slipping through that gate is so tempting.
Alrighty then. So, time for us to head to the camp to the northeast. Green Serpent Bounty, reward for anyone who brings the three nobles lost in the jungle to me alive. The Ascendant Orders promise pardons and a way off the Misworld Island even for the banished. And don't even think to try to approach the Order directly, they only deal with me. If you let these nobles slip through our fingers, there will not be anywhere left in the jungle save for the teeth of my beasts. Find the lost nobles and earn your freedom, DSG.
It's not my fault. They're dangerous, powerful.
I'm dangerous too, Red.
Pussy, hush, kill. No. Triple the guard on the captured royal. I promised all three Ascendant Magus and I won't disappoint him.
Oh. Lasham's report. Boss, we're pretty sure the nobles made it ashore and are wandering the jungle, but I'll be damned if we can find them. I'll keep sending blades down to the water and we keep losing them. Someone or something is picking them off in the jungle. One old sea dog managed to make it to the northeast shore, and I swear, boss, this is what he said? This is what he said. Some kind of big cat monster was ripping in. See, some kind of big cat monster was ripping into some of our guys in the surf. He beat a hasty retreat. I headed inland to gather more recruits and get them armed. Then we'll go back to searching to the northeast shore. Just wanted you to know, Lasham. So basically, he decided he needed to get reinforcements. And so the boss didn't like that. And so the boss had him dead. Controversial motivational technique.
We can't just threaten everyone.
It's effective.
Maybe I should have waited for an escort.
Well... And I think we know who it is, too.
Another fight? Well, if you insist. Oh.
Casca.
Walker, is that you?
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing here? Are you a prisoner? No matter. Just seeing you makes me feel 100 times better.
It's good to see you too, Casca. Zaji's been chewing his nails down to the nubs, worried sick about you.
Sachi's alive! That's good to know. Now I can kill him for getting us wrecked as soon as I see him. Well, when the storm hit, it was all I could do to hang on to some wreckage and make it to this beach. We're on Amenos, right?
Yep. Prison Island Amnos. Came to find you and the 3 Alliance leaders.
The Alliance leaders, right? I keep meaning to try to find Queen Irene, but every time I get started, more of those prison mongrels rush out of the jungle and attack me. I love a good fight as much as the next sailor, but I'm exhausted.
If you're up to it, we can search for the Queen and the others together. Hold on, let me go ahead and do some stuff first. There it is. Do fish. Entry 458. This one does not think that we are ever going to get that contract. The letter from Lady Arabelle was quite clear that we were to drop anchor in Skywatch and wait for someone to contact us. We have been waiting and waiting until finally the woman who can only be one of Queen Irene's famous eyes approached us. She makes promise after promise, but still Zaji sits on his tail and has to make Casca be patient. Casca is good at many things, but being patient is not one of them. Weather is fair, as it is always at port at Oridon. Entry 459. Zaji was quite wrong and quite right. This is not a contract, we are conscripted. The Perfect Pounce now sails for High Isle with a crew of royal agents. At least Chisbari, Sidora, and the rest of our usual crew got a few coins to spend in the tavern back in Skywatch. The Lady I, as the dogs promised, that there would be great riches from the crown upon safe delivery of our entourage to the Sisters Archipelago, but Zaji does not trust this carriel. We will see what we see. Whether it's as fair as Zaji's last dinner mate and just as beautiful. Entry 460. The Perfect Pounce met with the Spearhead and Kamal's Bane in the waters west of Stros Mackay. Bright moods above, no pirates that this one could see, well other than us. And the Spearhead. Signaled those other captains fell into formation for the journey ahead. Very strange to see 3 ships of the different alliances sailing together, but what does Zaji know of war and peace? Weather not too bad, but this one's tail is frizzing up in the way that it does. Zaji had a bad feeling, or maybe it's the cheese this one had for lunch. Cheese does not always agree with Zaji. Update, our passenger is none other than Queen Irene herself. Zaji does not think he was supposed to learn this. But her benighted visage cannot belong to anyone else. This one's for Casca to silence. She can be such a chatterbox at one. Of course, she claimed to already know that. Casca is such a pragmatic. Update. It is the Queen. She came to Zaji's cabin to confirm our destination and thank us for our discretion. This one could not bring himself to tell her that we had very little of that, but the gesture was appreciated anyway. Entry 461. We should soon see High Isle on the horizon. This one still has that strange feeling, but the sky is clear and bright. Zaji is leaving Casca at the helm while he takes a much-needed nap. Casca will wake Zaji when we get close. Until then, this one has an interesting dream to get back to. Alright.
Walker? Sure. 2 noses are better than 1. If we can pick up Queen Irene's scent, I can track her. That's sort of my specialty. The nose knows, as the kittens say. Stay close and follow me. Let's look around. If I catch a familiar scent, I can follow it.
How did you and Zaji get picked to transport Queen Irene to the peace conference?
Peace conference? Is that what this is all about? Zaji received orders from the crown, probably because of our reputation as dragon slayers. And smugglers, we're good at that too.
And the rest of your crew?
Chisbari, Sidura, and the rest stayed behind in Central because of the secrecy. They gave us royal agents to crew the Pounce. I'm not sure there are any other survivors to find. I didn't see anyone else make it to shore.
Just be simple and follow behind. Wait until Casca stops. Search the crewed shelter.
Let me take a sniff. Ah. Someone used this shelter recently. Their scent is fresh. Familiar. This way. Give me a moment. The remains of a fire. There are tracks here. This way.
Examine the disturbed sand.
What have we got here? There was a fight here. What's that? On the ground.
The invitation medallion.
That medallion has the Queen's scent all over it. There! I have her trail. Follow me. The Queen is in danger.
This jungle is dangerous, Casca. Even your friend shouldn't be wandering about.
Queen Irene.
Hell, bless my crown, but it's good to see you, my friend. Don't tell me you got washed onto this oblivion-cursed rock, too. You have my apologies, old friend. I must smell like a 3-day dead gua right now.
Well, Lady Arabelle sent me to find you and the other Alliance leaders.
Ah, Lady Arabelle. I knew she wouldn't leave us to rot in this jungle. But she only sent you. Not an army or a chivalry of knights. No matter. I welcome the company. Trouncing these green serpent bastards is amusing, but I'm starting to grow weary.
Well, as soon as we find High King Emmerich and Prince Ernskar, I can signal us a rescue ship.
Ah, yes. We were together for a time, but we argued and he rushed off in a huff. I know where to find him after we make some preparations for our rescue. You can signal a ship, but I can help calm the storm that hugs the coast.
How can you do that?
Never heard about my time with the Sea Elf pirates?
Ah.
They taught me some weather magic. Could you get what I need for the ritual? A claw from a volcanic beast, a feather, and the bones of a drowned sailor. Sadly, these beaches are thick with those.
I'll find you the items you need.
Gather the claw, a feather, and the bones, and I'll make sure the rescue ship can reach the shore safely. While you're gone, I want to take a look at Casca's wounds. She won't admit it, but I can see that she's hurt pretty badly.
Can you tell me what happened before your ship was wrecked?
It was a well-planned and dastardly attack. I could sense the magical nature of the summoned storm, and none of my own arcane protections functioned. They blocked them somehow. If the storm hadn't raged out of control, I'd be dead now.
You know they lost control of the storm ritual.
Of course. I'm not an archmage, but I know my way around a spell or two. They must have had agents aboard as well, because I sensed a pulse of magicka before the storm hit. Whatever it was, the bastards...
Good, thank goodness for the subtitles. Could the pulse be the reason why using magic to track your invitation battalions didn't work?
Perhaps. I also understand that Amanos has protections in place to discourage scrying and portal spells. Between the two, it's no wonder the Mages Guild couldn't trace our medallions.
Plan on going forward with the peace talks after all this?
Absolutely. Tamriel is changing and her leaders must adapt. The situation in Cyrodiil right now, I can't see a way forward. Perhaps these talks represent a solution. I'm always in favor of people sitting down to have an earnest conversation. Oscar, you've been injured. Let me tend to your wounds.
Ah, fun. Well, we're alive. That's a good thing. Of course, it means I don't get any goodies, which sucks. Volkesh Claw. Harpy Feather. And we'll go ahead and grab that. Sailor's Bones. There we go.
Casper will be all right. And you have the items? Well done.
Ah, fun.
Portals to and from Amanos are prohibited. I can teleport within the confines of the island. It just takes more effort. Interesting. Thank you for procuring these items. With them, I can clear the storm when we're ready to depart.
Ah, neat. Well, we still gotta find Emmerich and Ernskar.
Oh, very well, if you insist. You may not believe this, but Emmerich and I do not always see eye to eye.
Obviously.
He's as stubborn as his throne is uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Why the Bretons insist their king must suffer every time he sits down, I'll never understand.
Where were you when High King Emmerich ran off in a huff?
Here, I'll mark your map. It was just north of here. I wonder how excited you'll be when the eagle and the lion are back together again. We tend to a lot. I'll catch up after I prepare the items you brought me for the ritual.
Do be careful, Queen Irene. Green serpents are still hunting for you, and I'm fairly certain Roz will be upset if they get their hands on you. I'm fairly certain he'll be upset anyways.
Have no fear, I'll be along shortly. I just need to... Never mind, it's complicated. Magica. Don't worry, I've got this. Go find Emmerich. I'll be fine, I just need a moment. Sea elf magics are always so particular. This little beauty will help us immensely, you'll see. This is the spot, but no Emmerich. That man is infuriating. This complicates the situation. Let's talk. Emmerich isn't here, but he left behind a number of green serpents. For a man of his advanced years, he can still swing a powerful sword.
Any ideas on how we can find Auntie M now?
Emmerich is nothing if not reliable. Look at the way the dead serpents are laid out. Isn't it obvious? He left a trail to follow. It's directly into the cave just up the path.
Aren't you coming?
I'll be along shortly. The poultices should have done their job by now, so I want to go back and retrieve Casca.
Alright, I'll check up on him. Alright.
If I could survive the politics of Somerset, I can handle an inhospitable island.
Good point. Trust me, if there's one thing I really hated from having to deal with Somerset, it's the high elf politics.
You there! I'm begging you. There was a shipwreck. The others need help.
I'm good, thank you though. There we go. Now we can actually pop off like this. That worked. And now we just gotta get through the particular fights. Coral's Revenge, eh?
Serpents to fight. Good. I'm just getting started. You don't appear to be one of these green serpent ruffians. Shame. I was hoping to notch an even 20.
I know. You can't have everything here, Kai King Emmerich. How you doing?
Friend, what a turn of fate to meet you here of all places. I didn't accidentally banish you to Amanos, did I? No, of course not. I'd remember if I saw your name on one of those prison writs.
You would.
What are you doing here? Pray, tell.
Well, Lady Arabelle sent me to find you and the other Alliance leaders.
Lady Arabelle, you say? How is the dear woman? She and I have had quite a few close calls over the years. But she only sent you? I assumed I merited at least a dozen knights or so.
I know, right?
I assume you have a way to get us off this damn island.
Yeah, I know. Trust me. I would have preferred at least a hit squad of 6, but sadly I could only get a fuckboy. And he's stuck back at the station. Fortunately for you, MTO, I can signal us a rescue ship as soon as we find Prince Ernskar. And Queen Irene's got a little surprise that can help clear the storm enough.
Ah, you've seen Irene. And she's still alive? Good. Do you know, I was looking for young Ernskar when these serpents rushed out and tried to toss me in that cage. I showed them. But I think they meant our wayward Nord prince.
Well, I did overhear some green serpents mention they captured one of you.
I half expected to find our young Nord prince sitting atop a pile of dead serpents, but no such luck. Let's take a look around and see if we can find anything that points to where the serpents might be holding Uran's pup.
Alright, I'll look around.
Come to think of it, I also heard these serpents mention a captured noble. I suppose that's what whoever's behind this told them. No reason to reveal we're royals. Instantly raises the bounty. I really wish I'd taken one of them prisoner, though.
I know. You can't think of everything in all situations, though. Why did the pack send Prince Ernskar instead of Daddy Dearest?
That's a good question. Yoren the Scald King was invited, of course, but the official response we got out of Mournhold was short and sweet. His son would negotiate on the Pact's behalf.
That sounds like a very Yorn response. You think it's going to be a problem?
Not for me. I have heard that Ernskar is something of a royal pain in the arse. But aren't we all, to some extent? Perhaps he's using this as a training exercise. If Ernskar doesn't make matters worse, maybe he'll learn something. Look around. Ernskar was here before they moved him. I'm sure of it.
Oh, we got Sungir, Axe of the Scald King.
The Scald King's axe. Ernskar held that like Queen Maria grips a sweet roll. He wouldn't give it up willingly.
And letter from Disje. Claiming the Scald King's axe, good for you. I'm sure it'll make an excellent trophy. Also tells me that these nobles are more important than the incendent Magus let on. But why don't we have the other 2 nobles in our hands yet? Get out there and find the others. The Magus doesn't accept excuses. They'll want these 3 nobles whoever they turn out to be, and so do I. I want to reward Magus' promise away off this rock in freedom. Tell those idiots to get to work, or I'll feed each and every one of you to my beautiful pets. And make sure that when we do have us secured in the coin fort, just be careful he fights like a giant. DG.
Fights like a giant. That sounds like Ernskar. And he's in the coin fort. Well done. Let's find Queen Irene, shall we? All that dead lout had was this bottle of wine. Ugh. Sour. Is there no joy on this damned island?
Oh, I don't know. It's your shit.
I suppose it's time to reunite with Queen Irene. Let's be off. Yeah, if I were to break an ankle making this jump, Queen Maria would kill me. I'll go around and meet you outside.
Alright. If I were to try to make that jump, the queen would kill me. That'll do it. Mm-hmm.
You there! I'm begging you. There was a shipwreck. The others need help.
Good to see you still well, Emmerich.
And you, Irene. Nice, cat. I say, friend, let's chat. I washed up alone, and now I'm surrounded by allies. At least, allies for the nonce. It's funny how fate can change in a moment, eh? Let's talk about the things we found in the cave.
Well, we found a note from the Green Serpent leader, DG. Mm-hmm.
Mentions taking their captive noble to the coin fort. That has to be Prince Ernskar. Amanos used to be a stronghold for High Rock slave traders, but that was many years ago. There's a crumbling old ruin just west of here.
There were Breton slave traders.
A long time ago, yes. Not something the Covenant sanctions today. But you're missing the pertinent point. The Green Serpent gang is using the old coin fort as a hideout, and they're holding Prince Ernskar there.
And we found the Skull King's axe.
We did indeed. There are songs sung about that weapon. Literally. Yoren performed one of them the last time we We must return.
That was fun.
When we find him. Anyway, our course seems clear. We make for the coin fort to the west.
Alright, we'll meet up there.
Don't worry about me. I'll meet you at the coin fort. It's just west of here, if I remember my maps. I'll just spend the walk thinking about the choices I've made. A little retrospective.
Mm-hmm.
To the coin fort. Shall we journey there together, Irene?
Casca will run ahead and clear the path. I'll make my own way there. I'll see you at the fort. Do try to keep pace with Casca, Emmerich. She'll keep you safe.
And she's gone. Again. Don't worry about me. I'll just take the long way around. I could use a nice walk.
Oh, don't worry. Thankfully, it's a relatively quick journey to get over to the indicated area. There we go. That plops us over there. There we go. And before I forget,
Truth be told, this is one of the most relaxing diplomatic missions I've had in quite some time.
Walker, we need to talk. Bright moons shine upon us, Walker. Before you arrived, I did some sniffing. A scent like the one that lingers on that axe you found. It's inside the Coin Lord's old fort. I'd bet Zaji's left ear that it's Prince Ernskar.
Well, thankfully, won't have to risk it today. Any ideas on how we get inside?
Queen Irene suggests subterfuge. Seek the nobles. Let's give them one.
You're suggesting we hand over one of the Alliance leaders?
In a word, yes. Pretend Emmerich is your prisoner. Escort him to the front gate and wait for them to let you in. Meanwhile, the Queen and I will await your signal. After we free Ernskar, we'll find a place to signal the rescue ship.
As long as the High King's good, this could work.
The High King most definitely agrees. Lead on, my foul captor.
Come, Casca. Let's see how much trouble we can get into.
If you insist.
Lead the way, captor, my captor.
They captured one of the nobles. You, bring that prisoner inside at once. Sentry, unlock the gate.
Let's go! Coin barons could see clear across the island from the parapets.
I'll draw the serpents out. Be ready. Hands off, you bastard!
That's one of the nobles Dishki wants.
High King Emmerich is no one's prisoner. Steady, my friend. Attack!
Well done. Casca and I will cause a distraction. Go find Prince Ernskar.
Alright, just need to do a quick run around and check for any additional loot and stuff. There we go. Into the old coin fort proper. Like a hot knife through the throat of a GOP activist is or a butter. Fuck.
The Ascendant Order won't make good on their promise if he's dead next breath.
Can I assume this is a rescue?
Yep.
The King's Arrow. Is that really you, my friend? Where you fly, victory is sure to follow. But what are you doing here? How did you find me?
Well, I'm here with Auntie M and Uncle Irene here. We came to rescue you.
So all 3 Alliance delegates still live. Good. As soon as I came ashore, I was set upon by the Serpents. I made the bastards pay. But even the son of Yoren, the Skull King, can't fight an entire prison gang on his own. There were too many of them.
Well, here's Daddy's axe. Come on. Once we reach the shore, we can signal a ship to pick us up.
Sungir, axe of the Skull King. Ah, it feels good to cradle you in my arms again, you powerful blade. But we can't go yet. The Serpent said that something called the Ascendant Order is behind us. Their leaders, the Lord and Magus, are here.
Now's not the time, Scar. We gotta get you and the others back to High Isle in safety.
And we will, after we deal with the Ascendant Order leaders. Emmerich would agree, and so would Irene. Come, friend. We can deal with these traitors in one fell swoop.
Well, just remember what's been said about aiming at kings and missing. Let's deal with the Ascendant Order leaders.
With Sungir once more in hand, I feel better already.
Why isn't Daddy doing that?
I was going to ask that eventually. Publicly, Yoren wants me to step up. The Pact is a sprawling alliance facing threats from all sides. The Skull King has many responsibilities. This is his way to finally allow me to share his burdens.
And privately?
Privately. The old goat is someone warming his bed at night and refuses to stray too far from home. She's a lovely Riften lass. Brunhilde. My father's never been happier. He was only too eager to let me travel in his stead and represent the Pact.
After all this, you still plan to participate in the talks?
Hope is for poets, like my father. I am a warrior. One does not shy from battle at the first sign of danger. Even if nothing is gained from these conversations, Emmerich, Irene, and I shall be the ones who decide when to quit the field.
Tell me about yourself.
Curious about the Prince of Windhelm, are you? What do you I've been a prince my entire life. My youth was... A personal question. You don't know the story? How our 3 disparate peoples... It feels good to be armed again.
Let's go.
I'll get Irene and Casca. We'll wait for your signal.
Alright, let's go for it. Okay, that was blocked.
There. Let's listen in.
We will have your missing nobles by day's end, my lord.
See that you do. Magus, summon the Order. We meet on High Isle on the morrow.
Enough! Get down there!
My liege, we must go.
Now I know what you're thinking. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this now rather than later?
Find a way outside so you can signal the ship. I need a moment. Guess I'm not as recovered as I thought.
There we go. While we work through, it's just a matter of...
I can see the ocean. That's a good place to use your signal. Shore's boat. Let's see that light all the way back in Wilhelm. Let's get to the dock.
Setting off the flare.
Hold them at bay. The elf rituals are fickle things, but I shall quietly explore them.
Don't let them interrupt the queen.
Here you!
Eat book in the face.
No ship can reach us through this storm.
Patience, sir. Irene is working on that.
Waves and storms. Heed my call and still your fury.
It's working!
I don't believe it. She actually did it.
Onto the ship, quickly.
The perfect pants too.
We got them all, even Casca. Friend, give the word and Zaji will have you back at Mandrake Manor before you know it.
Let's go ahead and have our chat. Start with Auntie M.
Rescue a clean escape. Well done, my friend. I can't wait to tell Queen Maria all about it.
Well, what were you up to while Prince Ernstgar and I tried to stop the Lord and Magus?
I kept busy, if that's what you're asking. We made our way around the fort and kept the bulk of the Serpent's forces occupied. Casca was a real champion. She cut down 3 ruffians for every one that Irene or I dealt with.
Why do you think the Ascendant Order tried to stop y'all from reaching the peace talks?
For all their rhetoric, it's clear that the Ascendant Order doesn't want the war in Cyrodiil to end, at least not with one of us on the throne. They're the worst kind of evil, a malicious greed masquerading as a benevolent purpose.
Yep. Next up. Talk to Prince Ernstgar.
The Ascended Magus and his lord are cowards. Neither would stand and fight. They call themselves knights? Hardly.
How is the alliance?
Is as strong as ever, thanks in part to warriors like you. Good. At first, you mean aside from being half drowned and captured by a prison gang? I fought in many battles, worked at my father's side, and I have started knitting. If you put a knife in my neck and ask me to explain Al-Sav, the tribunal, I'd probably go down in a spray of blood. I read in the reports you were there. I can only imagine. Nor I, my friend. Vampire? What? No! What? Your adventure in... Truly. The Ascended Magus and his lord are cowards. Of course.
We need to return to Mandric Manor.
Tell her what I'd learned while I was a captive. The Ascended Order is behind all this, and they are led by the Ascended Lord and his Magus.
Yep, you already kind of know.
Truly? Well, you did not know that they were planning a big meeting on High Isle. The Ascended Lord say it, so that's something. And did you know the Lord planned to kill us as soon as the Green Serpents delivered us to him?
And want all 3 of you dead, apparently. That's news.
As sure as we made it onto the ship alive. They want to make a show of it. You could hear it in their voices. This Magus, this Lord, hunger for power. And the death of 3 Alliance leaders would be quite a start to their feast.
There we go. Before we head off, let's talk to Casca.
Thank you, Walker. It's good to feel my claws on the deck of a ship again. And it's good to be back with Zaji. That lazy Khajiit is lost without me.
Well, let's not nick stuff off the purpose. The Perfect Pounce 2 yet. Queen Irene.
As depressing as it sounds, that's the most fun I've had in months. To be honest, I wasn't sure the ritual would work. If it hadn't, let's assume Zaji could have navigated through the storm and reached us anyway. Yeah, let's go with that.
How have you been, Your Majesty?
They say these are the times that try a mer's soul, but I want to believe I've risen to the occasion. Our first adventure together feels like a lifetime ago, though, doesn't it? If I'm to be stuck on a jungle island with anyone, I'm glad it's you.
Sad not to see you in Somerset.
I was as well. That business was ghastly, and I thank you for your help. Meanwhile, I was stuck in yet another interminable meeting at Eldenroot. I can assure you, Daedric princes or no, you were having more fun than I was.
I suppose. About the proxy queen.
I'm sorry. You met Elwinari at a very difficult time. She's actually a lovely person and she has a brilliant mind. I desperately wish I could have been there to lend my aid. And my sword arm. I don't get to unsheath my sword nearly enough.
How is Rosendar these days?
I swear, that eye of mine. He gets friskier and friskier with each passing day. Our last conversation was not about matters of state or threats to my security, but about the meritorious backside of a Gratwood emissary. Riveting.
I'm surprised he's not here with you.
I sent him on ahead to prepare the way, but who knows where that cat has gotten to. I promised there would be no trouble. that all the secrecy and careful planning would make the voyage uneventful. Stars above, I'll never hear the end of it now.
Yeah, he can be insufferable, that. Any chances you got to speak to Queen Chimera, by the way?
I have. I would have said anyone was better than that terrible Tharn woman, but Chimera is a stars-blessed delight. She's so brave. The idea of the two of you facing down dragons. That's another battle I could only read about in an eyes report.
Oh, she's gonna make an excellent queen.
I think so as well. Core to the Dominion is self-governance and respect for every culture. But if we can see a unified Anakina and Palatine, if the Khajiit people can rally behind a single voice, it would certainly make my life easier.
Don't mind my asking, how did the Order attack succeed?
It was a well-planned and dastardly attack. Of course. I'm not an archmage, but I know my way around.
Let's talk through here again.
As depressing as it sounds, that's the most fun I've had in months.
Any trouble reaching the drug?
The green serpents scattered like leaves. As depressing as it sounds, that's the most fun I've had in months.
Do you think we'll have trouble?
Absolutely. They raised...
We'll talk one more time with Hiking.
Daring rescue, a clean escape.
How have you
Very
been?
well. Thanks for asking. It feels like forever and a day since you acted with my authority on the Covenant's behalf, doesn't it? I must say, shipwrecked or not, it's a pleasure to have you by my side again.
Did you hear about the Korok?
Complicated. Quite literally saved my life, you know. Your role in his death and Basrag's rise to power, all very understandable in the situation. But I'd be lying if I said it wasn't a somber day when I heard the news.
How are you getting along with Basrag?
Well, we've had him by the palace a few times. He brings along a barrel of Korog's favorite ale, and we toast the memory of dead warriors. Strong alliances have been forged on less than that, don't you know?
You hear about the Daedric plot in Blackwood?
I did. The reports were terrible. After everything that's happened, you'd think one more Daedric prince trying to wouldn't shock me. And yet...
Emperor making child weapons. That's a lot to stomach.
It's not as if the Longhouse Emperors were known for their temperance, but yes, it's disgusting. Incredibly impressive, your actions in Blackwood.
How did you...
Actually, I have a question for you. The head of my intelligence ring, Copper Daria, she's an Ogrim. Scares me half to death, but she's terribly effective. She mentioned your name in connection to the Thieves' Guild, of all things. Care to explain?
Well, just a minor thing. A couple friends of mine got unjustly targeted, Your Majesty. I helped them procure some assistance in helping them out.
Ha! Good answer. I'll let you in on a little secret the other Alliance leaders won't tell you. Commerce in Tamriel won't work without outlaws. Why else do you think we let them place those ostentatious little hidey holes and refuges everywhere?
Well, I get it here. If it's always good to find the hidey hole you know about than the 15 you don't.
Zaji's ship was closest when the signal flare ignited. Do you like it? I call it the perfect pounce, too. Anyway, Zaji is supposed to get you back to Mandrake Manor as quick as he can. Just give the order and we'll leave these dreadful shores.
Alright. Well, we got the PP2 dealt with, so it's just a matter of a boat to High Isle. We're back home! And we have finally taken care of this.
City. Lady Arabelle wants you back at Mandrake Manor, friend. I'll see you there.
Yep. Ah, perfect. Alrighty then.
Walker, Lady Arabelle wants to see you in the courtyard out back.
Alright, alright.
A successful rescue! What sounds better?
You saved us, Walker. As strong as Casca is, that jungle was stronger.
Mm-hmm. Very good here. Did I ever... If I did. If I did. Suzo's cooking.
What wonders you accomplished, my friend.
Captain Colleen.
Many people escaped the jungle of Amanos.
We'll hop over there momentarily.
Well, here comes our hero now. Well done, my dear.
Excellent. Who wants a drink? The Prince of Windhelm is buying.
Hold fast there, lad. We're safe for now, but the battle's just begun.
Good work finding the Alliance leaders and getting them off Amanos safely. I'm quite proud of you, my dear. Lord Bacaro and I will spirit them to a more secure location shortly. We can turn our attention back to the Ascendant Order.
Good. The Ascendant Order plans to hold a monster meeting somewhere in High Isle.
So Prince Ernskar told me. We'll get to that. First, you need to rest. Thanks to you, the Royals have finally reached High Isle. While the Ascendant Order has lost their prizes, they remain a threat. Once the Ascendant Lord and his Magus learn the Alliance leaders are here, they will stop at nothing to reach them.
So how do we protect them until the peace talks?
Lord Bacaro and I have a secure place, and I know how to determine where this assemblage will take place. Mistmouth Cave lies on the northern coast of High Isle. It's not as safe as it could be. Lord,
It's nice to go for it.
Now that the Alliance leaders are here and safe.
Any chance?
About me? Oh, pitch posh. I was dealing with brigands, trolls, and threats to the realm since well before Rancer launched his ill-fated little war. There's nothing in this archipelago that I can't handle. But thanks for your concern, dear.
Alright.
Why must we sit on our hands? The Dominion can crush the Ascendant Order with one fell blow.
I will not allow the Dominion to land warriors on Breton shores. The Daggerfall Covenant will handle this matter.
Summon your fleets and I will leave. The Ebonheart Pact will not negotiate under threat of attack.
Patience, please. This is a delicate situation. Let us handle this. Now go with Jakan. He'll see you to a safer location.
There. I recharged the medallions. They can be returned to the delegates.
What a strange magic.
Mistmouth Cave is over here. Titch und Magus. Hmm. While we're here, I'm gonna go ahead and log out from here. We're gonna go ahead and pop over to this character, my main here, where I've got a lot of the nice little bits and tidbits there. And what we'll be doing here is to get started with the surveys. Oh lordy, there will be a lot of surveys. Now what is our endeavors here? Deconstruct 10th blacksmithing table. Kill 2 players in Cyrodiil, place 5 furnishing, enchant 2 pieces of equipment, or complete a dungeon. There we go. Go. Cooking thing. We've already had a bog iron house, so we can craft chicken breast. There we go. There we go. And since we've already got the alchemy thing done, what I'm gonna do here is put that there, and then Those.
I served my time in the 3 battles.
There we go. There we go.
For a place called
There we go. And go. There we go. Those back. Then we're gonna go ahead and
What else accused me of snobbery because
let's go ahead and withdraw surveys. One enchanter survey, which sucks. Alrighty then. Living. It's alrighty then.
I love cities. They have a kind of rhythm to them, and it's just a matter of learning the steps.
How to assert that? We're gonna go ahead and start with Craglaw. Oh, we got options in Craglord. We'll start with Sandy Path. It's northeast. Pop, 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 pop! Meanwhile... Shada's Tears next. Do 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 do. Let's get this done. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Alrighty then, next ones. Ooh. We'll hop on the tower. There we go. And then we'll head northish. Might as well pick it up. Perversely enough, it's easier to do it like this. There we go. Port over. Ah, fuck. Thank you, Ember. There we go. Plat and pewter, I think. Or silver, actually. Stone Falls. We'll pop the fort around the manual way. Yeah. And I think I gotta wait 2 minutes. And come back for... Oh, cocksucker! Time to unleash the raid. Ah, there it is. Wow. Yep. But it's just starting to get a little creepy. Ah, yes, there we go. Deshan. West Narcissus. Let's head north from the Way Shrine toward the island. Playfit. Dragonthorn. Ah, yes. This is flavor country, folks. But, like Bruce Forsyth, if we play our cards right, we can make out like a bandit. Uh-huh. Good thing about the clothier surveys is you get a mix of plants and furrier traps. Like it's usually a 2-to-1 ratio. For every 2 plants, you get a furrier trap. There's a reason why I'm glad I saved these. Oh, neat. Somebody landed a, in there. Today be a good day. Perfect. Let's see. see. I don't really need too much. It's just a matter of grabbing this at the hatching, south of the hatching pools.
Break free!
Oh, right! Oakensaw! Here's our survey. Here, it's just a matter of done here. Just a matter of Tenmar Temple Way Shrine next. Let's get our scenes here. And it's just a matter of making our way back to the Temple Way Shrine. And then to the Stitches Way Shrine, where we're going to be picking up more stuff to do. Alrighty then, to... Stretch, 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 stretch. Ah. We'll, do this with Syringa. In the Reaper's March. Those of you looking to get the pre-purchase rewards for ESO, your time is definitely running out. Like I said, it's going to be about a week and a day before Gold Road drops, so if you want those pre-purchase rewards, get Gold Road now. Thank you for dying. Have a day. Very compact, this one. Western Fort Sphinxmoth. Well, this southwest. At least. While avoiding scorpions. More mining! Dude, mind me, my mind, mine. To, mind me, my mind, you mind? I know that meant absolutely nothing at all, but I don't care. Yeah, I wasn't really in the mood to deal with having people bringing a victim child or two. Deal with that, friggin'. Start. There we go. We made our run boy run. So, got that out of the way. Malabal Tour. Got our choices. Or we can just put this in park and stretch and take our leave here. Alrighty then. Choices. In any case here, I do believe that it is time for me to say that y'all have been a wonderful audience, and I do hope that y'all come in later tonight at 8 o'clock Central Time if you're watching this live. If you're watching this video on demand style, well, may I recommend hitting the like and subscribe button on this video, or and or both, well, dropping over to twitch.tv/BiAfraRepublic here, and giving me a follow and ringing the bell at both places too. But from yours truly here, BiAfraRepublic here, from B-Rep Media, I do wish you all a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day here. Do hope to see you all next time with wonderful, amazing content. And above all, peace.